Hello, this is JG1GPY Takeshi. Thank you very much for watching the channel. Last time I introduced you a VMS antenna or versatile mobile spool antenna. The antenna was a combination of a fishing wheel with 1-49 balun so that you can deploy this antenna as an end-fed or vertical antenna depending on the band you are operating. Well, this time I'd like to introduce improved version of the VMS antenna version 2, like this. It's getting a little bit bulky, but idea of this antenna is a combination of same thing, the fishing reel, which has a stainless wire spooled in the reel, and also I have not only 1-49 balun, this time I combine 1-4 balun altogether. So the idea of antenna is pretty much similar to what I introduced last time. You can deploy your antenna wire as long as you want, and you can feed to the antenna using this alligator clip here like this. Because the stainless wire is naked, you can arbitrarily pick up a point of feeding. And the last time when I introduced VMS antenna, I had two options. One is a direct connection to make this antenna as a vertical antenna using another copper radial element on the ground. And also, if you use 1-49 balun, you can deploy end-fed half-wave antenna using 1-49 balun. This time I add additional 1-4 balun altogether so that I can feed not only vertical or end-fed but delta loop antenna, which usually has a antenna input impedance of around 200 ohms, which is perfect match with 1-4 balun. Last week I brought this antenna to Mount Raiden and try to use this antenna as a delta loop antenna for a 40 MHz band and 28 MHz band, and I had a really good result. In delta loop configuration, you can still use some additional copper wire to make the resistance of the antenna element low. Last time when I used this antenna to deploy 14 and 28 MHz band delta loop, I use about 10 meter copper wire for the element in the high area so that electromagnetic wave should be propagated more efficiently. In addition to the 1-4 balun, I attached short aluminum bar here, can be extended a little bit further, and this can be used as an attachment to a tree branch, for instance, and which makes much easier for you to deploy this antenna in the woods. So by using this, just taking this gadget to the field and some additional wire, you can deploy from 7 MHz to 28 MHz band depending on the area where you are and the conditions. You can choose variety of antenna configurations. One thing I want to point out is that if you go further up the frequency, for instance at 50 MHz band, it seems like it's not working properly, maybe because of the influence from the spooled wire, and that's interfered the antenna performance and didn't work too well. So this antenna is working good up until 28 MHz band. I hope you find it interesting, and please let me know if you tried a similar antenna configuration. Thank you very much for watching. This is JG1GPY 73.